Hi, I'm Stephanie. Nice to meet you. Thanks for joining me. Just wanted to run through a short sort of relaxing flow, or seated relaxing flow, allowing the body to really relax either after a long day, before bed, or whenever you might feel that you need to sort of tune out from the world and check in with yourself for a few minutes. So just begin in a comfortable seat on your mat, allowing the legs to be crossed if that's possible. As you're seated, you want to take the hands and just kindly slide that skin up and away from the sit bones so the sit bones can root down into the mat or ground. It might be helpful if you would like to sit on a pillow or a blanket to sort of elevate the body so the hips are higher than the knees. That also helps to keep a nice straight spine. So sitting on the ground or on a blanket or a pillow, you can relax the hands in the lap. In doing that, you want to make sure that the hands are not gripped to the outside of the knees so that the shoulders aren't rounding or coming forward. And we'll have the elbows kind of relaxed towards the body. And feel free to close the eyes unless that's uncomfortable. You can just gaze down at the mat or ahead of you. Doing nothing right now, but just noticing how your body is feeling, what thoughts are going through the mind. You might be feeling a sense of anticipation, what's to come, how long are we sitting here? I can't believe this happened in my day. It's really hard to focus. Whatever thoughts are coming across, just allow them to keep coming for a moment. Notice how the body feels. Notice the temperature of the body. Notice if you're breathing fast or slow. And then whatever pace of breath you have, you're going to try to deepen the breath. So you're going to be lengthening the inhales and lengthening the exhales. Again, you can keep the eyes closed or open. Try to make sure that you're sitting nice and tall, shoulders stacked over the hips. You're breathing in for a longer count than you were before. Maybe 4 counts or 5 counts in. And you're exhaling for the same 4 or 5 counts. So as you're breathing this time, you really want to pay attention to making sure the air is coming in through the nose and out through the nose. And the next time you inhale, still in and out through the nose, you'll focus on the belly, making sure that the belly is rising here or expanding, creating more space for air on inhale. And on exhale, the belly comes back towards the spine and pushing the air out, the air releases. So you'll inhale, the belly rises. You'll exhale, belly comes back to spine. As you inhale, filling the belly, the air is coming from the bottoms of lungs all the way to upper chest. On your exhale, your air is slowly releasing. Belly's coming back into the spine, pushing the air out. So just try that a few times on your own, breathing in and out through the nose, allowing the belly to rise on inhale, and belly to fall on the exhale. Breathing in for 4 or 5 counts, and out for 4 or 5 counts. And then just do that on your own quietly for a moment. So you might have noticed that the body has remained more still, possibly, that the mind might have quieted down just a little bit as you're really trying to pay attention to the things that are happening in the body. From here, just going to bring both of your palms. You can open your eyes, bring both palms into heart center, pressing the palms together. Noticing what it feels like to have the palms touching. Notice if it's a firm pressure, a gentle pressure. Notice if the shoulders round forwards as you bring the palms together. Try to roll the shoulders up and back here so the shoulder blades come into the spine. So you're sitting nice and tall, the chest is nice and wide. Hands are pressed firmly or softly. Inhaling a full breath and exhaling a full breath. Just release both palms to your lap once more and extend both legs out in front of you. So you'll just allow here still the skin to remain pulled up and away from the sit bones, and both legs as long as you can, keeping the legs fully connected to the ground. If you have a natural little lift in your knees, or they don't touch the ground, or you're not that flexible, you can always fold a little blanket or place a pillow underneath the knees here. So legs are fully connected to the ground, sit bones are rooted to the ground. By pulling that skin away from the sit bones, you're actually helping to support a more natural curvature of your spine, and you're also changing the tilt of your hips here, allowing, when you come to your forward fold, the rotation or angle of your hips to assist your fold here. So keeping the sit bones connected to the ground, just send both arms all the way up on inhale. Deep breath in, lengthen through the fingertips, and exhale, bring both palms down. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, send both palms down. One more time, lengthen on inhale, look up. Exhale, both palms come down in front of heart center. This time both arms come back up, inhale. Exhale, hands away from you, and just allow the hands to fall wherever they naturally do. Maybe the ground, maybe the shins. If you can reach your toes, the toes. You're keeping the legs connected to the ground and the upper body just to fold, relaxing over the lower body. So you'll keep the toes facing up to keep the length of legs long. So an active bottom, active legs, and upper body is just relaxed. It's okay if the back is rounded a little bit. We're just trying to relax head, neck, and shoulders. If you need a little bit more length or space in this area, you might lift on inhale a little bit, lifting the back. And exhale, extend the upper body away from the hips as you come to your fold. Take 1 or 2 more breaths. Just relaxing head, neck, shoulders, jaw. This time, instead of the feet coming up, just going to relax the feet and just take a few more breaths. Relaxing the whole body here. Upper body's folded over lower body. No muscles are active. You're just really relaxing with 3 breaths. If it helps, you can count the inhales. Breathing in 4 or 5 counts. And breathing out 4 or 5 counts. Take 2 or 3 more breaths. And next time you inhale, just use the hands to walk back up to that seated position. And from here, you're going to just place the hands behind you, fingers facing backwards or away from your body. You're going to place the hands under the shoulders, fingers faced away from you, and just give the legs a little wiggle to relax them. And if it's okay, there's no issues in your neck, you can allow the head to fall behind. Before you do that, just roll the shoulders up and back a little bit, so you're maybe puffing out the chest a little bit. And if it's okay with neck, again, just allowing the head to hang behind. Might wiggle the toes to make sure the legs are relaxed. If that doesn't feel good for the neck, you can just keep the head facing forwards or lifted. You're filling from the belly up. Taking 2 more breaths. And just slowly, if the head is behind you, slowly lift the head back up. Slowly walk the hands back up to your seated position. And just bring the feet back behind you to the sides as you come over to a tabletop position, rolling onto all 4s, hands and knees. Make sure the knees are planted underneath the hips and the hands under the wrists, and that the tops of feet are connected to the ground. From here, you can keep the knees as they are, or you can start to walk the knees out a little bit to each side to widen the stance of the knees. Your choice. We're going to keep the tops of feet to the ground and set the bottom back towards the heels into child's pose. So the knees can be wide or the knees can be closer together. Your choice. As you do come back, you're going to stretch the arms out in front of you. So you're really allowing the bottom to relax towards the heels and the arms to remain in front of you. You can choose to have a really nice active stretch, walking the fingertips away from you and finding a nice stretch under the arms. Or if you'd like to relax that a bit more, and just completely relax the hands, forearms, or elbows to the ground or mat. Maybe you even allow the forehead to come to the ground. If this for any reason bothers your shoulders, feel free to just bring the hands back towards the feet here. Might also feel nice to just do that anyway. So either place, pick a spot, relaxing the body as much as you can. So even though there's some compression in the area of your chest or belly, try to breathe as fully as you can, still allowing the belly to rise on inhale and the belly to contract back to spine on the exhale. We'll also want to focus your attention to the back. When you do inhale, try to feel the back expanding, sending the air all the way to the backs of lungs. And on the exhale, release slowly and evenly. So take 4 or 5 breaths that way, just filling the belly on inhale, noticing the air travel all the way to the backs of lungs, expanding the body, back side. Exhale slowly, evenly. So if your hands were behind you towards your feet, just walk them up towards, extending them out in front of you this time. And once both hands are out, just walk both fingertips and arms over to the right side. So you're kind of crooked here. And keep the hands planted and just feel a nice stretch along the left side of the body, relaxing the head and neck. On your next inhale, walk the hands back to the center. And on the next inhale, walk the hands back over to the left, planting the palms and relaxing head, neck, shoulders, nice length on right side of body. Inhale, walking the hands back to the center. Just lift all the way up to the tabletop position. Toss the feet to one side and come back over into your seat. Hands on the legs out in front of you. Just very slowly going to travel down to the back here. Take your time and really do move slowly. There's no rush. Allowing the hands or arms to walk you down to the mat. And keeping the soles of feet to the ground and the knees facing up. You're going to bring the soles of feet about as wide apart as your mat, maybe 1.5 feet or so, and allow the knees to just come together and the back to completely relax on the lap. So here you might notice or should notice your sacrum or that backbone connected to the ground. Keeping the knees inwards like this might help the low back if you feel any pain. If you do feel any pain, you can always adjust however you need, adjusting the positioning of your feet or even just lying the legs down completely. Taking again a moment just to observe how the body feels. And noticing or paying attention to the position of your hands. Keeping the palms faced up to the ceiling is more sort of a receptive feeling. If you'd like to feel more centered or grounded, feel free to plant the palms down into the ground or mat. Feel free to keep the eyes open or closed. And take 5 long breaths, allowing the inhales to equal the length of the exhales. And then just slowly, if your eyes were closed, you'll open the eyes. You might bring both palms to the belly here, or one palm to the chest and one palm to the belly. And then just go ahead and rotate the feet so that the knees now come wide and the soles of feet are coming together or touching. So the heels can be closer to the body, the knees wider apart, or the feet further away from the body, a bit more relaxed, whatever's most comfortable for you and your hips. If this is too much tension on the hips for any reason, you can of course again adjust your stance or bring the legs directly out. Or if you have a pillow or blanket or something handy, you can place it underneath the knees so they can rest there a bit more supported. So however you feel comfortable, allowing the legs to be open, hips open if possible, otherwise adjusting, noticing the palms facing up or down. You can be on the ground, on your legs, or one hand on the belly or chest. And you place your comfortable 5 long breaths, breathing at your own pace. Next time you inhale, just bring the knees slowly back up towards each other and then draw the knees into the chest, wrapping the hands just around the shins gently, giving yourself a little hug or feeling free to sway side to side here. Bringing a little massage to the low back. Feel free to add a little bit of movement or circles to the legs or hips if that feels comfortable. And then just release the hands or arms to your sides, sort of to a T. Drop the knees just over to the right side of the body. Allow them to fall wherever they naturally do. Making sure you're comfortable and allowing the gaze to turn the opposite direction of the knees. So knees are to the right, gaze is to the left, eyes can stay open or closed. You're allowing gravity to just sort of do the pulling here. Trying not to use any extra additional force yourself. You're going to fill the belly as much as you can on the inhale. And exhale, sigh the air throughout your mouth. Feel free to be as loud or soft as you like. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, release anything. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, let go. Inhale, fill. Exhale, let go. Just take a few quiet breaths, mouth closed, breathing in and out through the nose. And the next time you inhale, just allow the knees to come back to the center, hugging them into the chest again. Taking a moment to massage or move side to side. And then the knees drop over to the left side of body. Again, just allowing them to sort of fall wherever they do. Naturally, the arms will come out to a T, the gaze will turn to the right. Again, you'll breathe in, filling the belly. Exhale, release. Inhale, fill. Two more breaths. Inhale, fill. Exhale, let go. Quiet breaths. And on the next inhale, allow the knees to come back to the center, hugging them into the chest. Give yourself a little hug or squeeze, and then just release the soles of the feet, legs all the way to the ground. Give your legs a nice wiggle, allow the lengths to remain wide, keeping the ankles open to the ceiling, the hands relaxed to the ground. Again, you might want to face the palms to the ground or place both hands on the belly or chest, or one hand on the belly and chest. Really just starting to notice again how the body feels, noticing the temperature of the body, the connection of the body, the way that the legs, the calves, hamstrings, glutes, back, shoulder blades, back of head. Noticing how all of those things feel connected to the ground. Notice if there's any warmth or any heaviness there. Let's see if you can keep the toes relaxed, the kneecaps softened, quads or thighs relaxed, hands and upper body, shoulders, jaw, and space between the eyebrows relaxed too. And feel free to breathe a nice equal part breath, or just breathe however is comfortable, allowing the air to naturally come and go with such ease. Try not to create any force. Should any thoughts or distractions come to the mind, just try to acknowledge whatever it is that enters the mind. And then after you acknowledge it, try to release it or just let it pass. Maybe imagining the thoughts are entering from one side, filling the mind, and just traveling over the opposite, or leaving the opposite side of the body. You might, if it helps you focus, pay attention to the rise and fall in belly. Allowing the air to fill, nourish all the cells, nourishing the whole body. And the exhale, just feeling free to let go of your old, stale air, of anything that's not needed with you. Again, should anything enter the mind, acknowledge that thought or feeling. On the exhale, allow it to pass. Feel free to let it go, even if it's just right now. You'll continue to breathe at a pace that's comfortable for you, at your own pace. And if you're able, try to breathe in a nice thought, something about yourself that's nice or good, whatever it is. First thing that comes to mind, inhale that sense of goodness. And again, on the exhale, release anything not needed. Inhale, breathe in that good thought wholly as much as you can. Exhale, let something go. One more breath in, something good. Exhale, release something not needed. Breathe in quiet. The next time you inhale, just slowly bring both knees up towards the ceiling. Again, you'll draw the knees back in towards the chest. Use the hands to find a small wrap around the shins. Give yourself a tiny hug. And then release the feet back down to the ground, the arms overhead. Reach the arms overhead for a full body stretch. And then just exhale, release the hands back down to the ground again. Go ahead and keep your eyes closed or eyes open. Just on your inhale, bring both palms to your heart, allowing the thumbs to just graze or rest on your heart. Again, noticing the pressure, however soft or firm, in between both hands. Noticing how the body feels and the mind feels. And just quietly thanking yourself for making a few moments for yourself today. Being appreciative of the time that you take for yourself. Please breathe in through the nose. And exhale through the nose. And then you'll bring the thumbs to rest on the forehead and between the eyes. Noticing the pressure that you feel between the thumbs and on your head. Maybe a slight warmth. Again, breathe in through the nose. Acknowledge your practice. Exhale through the nose. And just slowly release your hands back down to the ground. Thank you for joining me today. Please feel free to lie here for a few moments and to take your time, just moving as slowly as is needed to get back up when you're ready. Thank you so much for your time. Namaste.